everyone, it's Suzanne here. Thanks for joining me for another Fabricate Friday video. This is the sweet little box that I'm going to show you how to make today. It houses 6 of those Merci chocolates. Oop. Whoops. Woohoo, Tippy. So you've got room for 6 of them. You've got room to give a little sentiment, a Valentine's Day sentiment perhaps. And I fussy cut those hearts out from the Perfect Pennants stamp set. This is using the Designer Series paper, the 2015-2017 in color Designer Series paper stack, and this is Watermelon Wonder, and today I'm going to be doing Tip Top Taupe. So in order to create this little gem, we're going to need 2 pieces of cardstock. One long strip is going to be the holder, and with the first one that I did, I actually cut it from a 12 piece of cardstock. So I think this one's going to look just a touch different, but only by like an inch. So we'll see the difference between the cardstock. So you could do, it's 3 by 11 or 3 by 12, depending on the look that you're wanting. So we're going to score at the 4, 5.5, and 9.5. So you're going to just get a smaller lip, actually, what's going to go on. So for the box holder, or the chocolate holder, the cardstock is 5 1/4 by 3 3/4, and on the long side we're going to score at 1.5 and 3 3/4. And then we're going to flip it round to the short side, and we're going to score at 1.5 and 2 1/4. It's a pretty simple build. Folding and burnishing all sides. I might as well do this one here while I'm waiting. Yeah, that's cute. Okay, so I'm just going to grab my paper scissors out here, and I'm going to cut and wedge. And wedge out here too. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to boop, cut myself some tabs. This will reduce bulk. And that's what we should have here. All right, so I'm going to, we'll put the paper, the Designer Series paper on first. So the measurements on the Designer Series paper, you need 2 at 1 1/4 by 2. And again, this is the Tip Top Taupe, and it's from the Designer Series paper stack, 2015 to 2017. And then 1.5 by 1 1/4 for these little guys. And then, whoops, pardon me. I'm just going to use a little fast fuse. It doesn't have to be super adhered. Not a super strong glue is needed. However, I do like the fast fuse. It's quick and it's strong, and it will hold this little box together properly. Okay, so where's my candies? Oh, chocolates. So in case you don't know what Merci looks like, they're like this. And I did 3 facing this way. And then just because you want to look good on both sides, I did 3 facing that way. Okay. So now comes this one. So like I said, this was made by the 12 by 12, so you can see the difference just in the lip, and I think it's going to look just fine. Which would mean that the paper that I actually cut for this is probably going to be a little too long. Oh, of course I didn't think of that, did I? I'll trim it up in a second. So first of all, I want to put a little bit of a mat on here. So you need 1 1¼ by 2 3/4. And then we are going to need 4 pieces of 3 3/4 by 2 3/4. And these ones will just fit right inside here. And you don't have to put as much paper on. I just thought it would give stability, and you know I'm on the kick right now for stability. So I thought that that would work to give this little bag pouch kind of extra strength, and also to look pretty. And if you were going to give this to a guy, he's not going to want the pink one. He's going to want the neutral colored one. All right, so I'm going to round the corners here on this, and I think I'll just go to my paper cutting station and be right back. Okay, so I just wanted to make mention that if you were going to use the 12-inch piece of paper to wrap the chocolates in, you're going to need a piece of designer series paper that is sized 2 1/4 by 2 3/4 inches. So that gives you a bigger flap. Because I cut this particular piece of cardstock by an 11-inch piece of cardstock right here, I wanted to be able to get this piece plus the card box in one sheet of paper. So I decided just to make it just a touch little smaller, and then this lip is a touch smaller here. However, you can see my designer series paper is going to be a different size. So therefore, what I'm going to require is 2 pieces of designer series paper that is 1 1/4 by 2 3/4. I've already rounded the edges on this little fella, so I'll do the same with this one. I try to put the adhesive on first so you actually don't have to see me, using my glue runner. Okay, so the only thing needed now is to attach this fella. Because I have the candies right inside, I can just put the glue on, just like that. All right, so here comes the really technical part of this. Not really, it's not technical. I have my little ruler here, and I'm pretty much just going, okay, so it's about 3 inches long. So where's my paper piercer? Here we go. So half of 3 inches is 1 1/4 on one side, and then so I'm going about 1/4 of an inch from the center on both. All right, just with a regular handheld punch. I have a piece, my last piece of white ribbon. I'm using up my ribbons. It's a good thing. So I'm just poking it through. Now, last but not least, I want to put a piece of paper here to write a sentiment on. And that piece is 3.5 by 2.5. And then what I thought I would do, because it is kind of for Valentine's, we'll put a little heart here on the inside. I didn't do that with the other, but I think it adds something. And then all you have to do is put your ribbon, poke it through, and because this is sort of well, it's really kind of gender neutral, but I would definitely think that it, you know, kind of goes more towards a fella. I wouldn't necessarily put a bow, just maybe a knot and something loose for the for them to be able to undo it with. That's the worst knot ever. Okay, what is the rule? I learned this in brownies. If I want my tails to hang down that way, I go left over right and under. And then right over left and under. And that will give me my little square knot. See? Brownies was not a waste of time. And then for the little added bit, is the little hearts. And oh, I won't forget the wink of Stella, because it's awesome. I put it on everything. When I polish my nails, I put it over my acrylic overlays and before my top coat. I'm not joking. There's sparkle in there. Can you see that? It's wink of Stella. Just saying. All right. Enough goofing around. So this is my little project for today. I hope you liked it. And again, all of the information is going to be on my blog, sunstampin.com. You'll find the link in the description bar below. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you next time. Bye.